Hello everybody, it's Barbara and we are outside today. It is, the first third of April and we finally got some warm weather. The snow is melting. There's a bunch of snow behind me. But as you can tell, the birds are singing. They're so happy. Say they just stopped. Yeah, it's noisy because of traffic, but I really felt like being outside today. So we're going to do things a little bit differently. Instead of the 2 tarot decks and the 1 oracle deck and the crystal, we are just doing an oracle card today. Okay, let's start off with a little golden singing bow. And we'll see what happens when the birds hear it. There's a whole bunch of birds in that tree right there. Oh, isn't that glorious? Look at that beautiful golden light. You've got the sun shining, the birds singing. It's an amazing, beautiful day. So, today, your job is to think of an idea, issue, or question pertaining to yourself, your loved ones, your community, or the world. And then you choose a stack. Stack 1 will be Beyond Lemuria. Stack 2 is Dragon Wisdom. And stack 3 is the Lightworker Oracle. Now you can choose 1 stack, 2 stacks, or all 3 stacks. It's up to you. Remember, there's no rules. This is your reality. You're the only one that creates rules, okay? So you can let your OCD fly, or you can just say, whatever, I'm just gonna listen to them all. Let's get started. Like I said, we're doing this totally different today. I felt like we really needed to mix it up. Oh, and by the way, it did not snow last night, so it has snowed so many Tuesday nights in the last, couple months. I'm going to be really careful because the ground is wet. I don't want to get my cards on the ground. This is the one right here. I've talked to my spirit guides and my guardians. I say thank you for giving us the perfect card for this deck. And we get card number 30. So 3 plus 0 is 3. 3 is a super powerful, Holy Trinity. Everything happens in 3s, and everything that's divisible by 3 is like super magical. And this is the card of healing. The card of healing. So let's see what the book says about healing. In this deck anyway. I feel like being outside is healing. It says energy rebalance, energetic awareness, healing yourself and others, exploring healing modalities, Reiki, chakras, your unique and innate ability to heal, color vibration, soul sovereignty, auras, and the meridian system aligning to the highest good and optimal health. So this is the Lemurian deck, right? Beyond Lemuria. It says the Lemurians were well versed in the practice of the healing arts. They were naturally intuitive and accustomed to navigating energetic-based realities. We all have natural healing abilities, and I want to stress that. We do all have natural healing abilities. So many times people think, well, you need to teach me how to do that. No, you already know how to do it. You already do it. When somebody's sad and you give them a hug, just because that's the natural thing for you to do, you are healing. So stop thinking that it's something outside of yourself that needs to be taught and brought in, because it's already within you, okay? When we perceive the world beyond our more well-known senses, we start to receive information and wisdom that is different from that which stems from intellect. By tapping into life force consciousness and using this abounding energy alongside focused intention, we find that anything is possible. So what I feel from this card, because when I do these readings, it's all intuitive, okay? I'm not just reading out of the book. But what I'm feeling from this card is if you chose this, stack number 1, you either need to receive some healing, which means you need to work on your superpower of receiving, because it is a superpower. A lot of us have a hard time receiving gifts, receiving compliments, receiving anything. You need to work on receiving that healing energy. And you need to look into using your healing superpower to help others. Now, I just came back from a trip a week and a half ago. I went to South Dakota and I did a healing on people that have passed but were trapped, their souls were trapped. And I did a healing on the land. So it doesn't mean that you only use your superpower to heal people. You can be healing pets. You can be healing the wild birds and the wild animals in your area. You can be healing the trees and the plants and Mama Earth and the skies. When there's chemtrails, you can be working on turning those into something positive. So you're healing the air. You can be healing the waters. So there's so much to this. You need to take it the way that it resonates with you, but either you need to be receiving this healing energy and know that you're worthy of this healing energy, right? You are worthy of all these good things and these healing energies coming into you. You're worthy, but you're also worthy of giving them. So stop thinking, I don't know how to heal, because yes, you do. Even if you don't think you do, you do. Most people, when they see somebody in dire straits, they will help. If you see somebody that's about to jump off a bridge, are you just going to keep driving by or walking by? Most people won't just drive by. You know? We're all in this together. And we are one, and we are all related. Excuse me. So this is all about finding that connectedness that allows us to receive and send back out. Receive, this is the left hand, receive with the left hand, send back out with the right. Okay? So if you really, really want to work on this, talk to the Lemurians. The Lemurians are an amazing, they're an amazing group of beings. I have worked with them, and they're so loving and caring. There's no war, there's no strife. It's just all love. So work with the Lemurians. If you don't know what that means, it doesn't matter. You guys, we gotta stop going on the internet and looking for information, because the information is in here and in here. It's all inside of us. So all you have to do is sit down in a quiet place, in your favorite place, maybe out in nature, and just in your mind, or you can say it out loud. Thank you, Lemurians, for existing. I want to work on my healing abilities. Thank you for coming and helping me. But then you have to get into receive mode, okay? This is where a lot of people lose it, because all of a sudden something will come into their minds and they're like, oh my God, I can't deal with that. Yes, you can. And what comes here in your third eye, in your crown chakra, is way more real than this 3D world, okay? So, time to receive healing, time to send healing out, time to be part of that beautiful machine of healing. That is stack number 1. Let's do some golden singing bell. I just love it when people are driving by and they're staring, but they're trying not to stare. Like, oh my God, what's the crazy lady doing? Oh, I love my life. Okay, if you chose stack number 2, Your card is going to be from the Dragon Wisdom deck. So let's see what the dragons have to say. Oh, thank you, dragons. I love you. Oh, interesting. Today we get Merlin. Merlin. Let's see what the book says about Merlin. Merlin. These cards aren't numbered, but it's on page 59. So 59, 5 plus 9 is 14. It adds up to 5. 5 is a number of change. It's also halfway between, the 0 and 9. So it could mean that you're halfway. It could mean that a change is coming. Excuse me. All right. Merlin, the great master magician, wishes to remind you that the blood of your ancestors flows in your veins. This blood unites you. Remember, I said we're all one. There was a time when magic was an important element in our lives. Magic surrounds us, flowing through all things. Magic has always existed and is entirely natural. Natural. I always find that interesting because magic is natural, but science is in a laboratory. Yeah, I'll go with magic. Bring the magic of your ancestors, your forebears, back into your life. Merlin wishes to teach you that the mightiest tools wielded by a sorcerer or a priestess are words. Words can destroy people or build them up. Recognize this, and from now on, use your words as tools of love and light. Merlin wishes to teach you that dragons will bring magic into your life and enhance the magical power you carry within you. In the picture, it shows Merlin with a wand. A wand is merely a focal point. And they're right. Words are so powerful because there's people out there that do spells, or when we are spelling a word, we are literally casting spells. And most people don't even realize it. We're all doing it. All of us. From small children to adults, to our government, to secret agencies, they're all doing spells. Oh, I forgot the mainstream media too. Everybody's doing spells. Oh my gosh, the energy is just chaotic, because if you can imagine all these spells just hanging out there like threads in this crazy mixed up cobweb, no wonder why everything's kind of confusing sometimes, right? So talk to Merlin and talk to the dragons about clarity. Clarity for you, your life, your family, your career, your home, whatever that you need clarity with, relationship. Talk to Merlin, talk to the dragons. Ask them to clear all those cobwebs out of all those old spells or spells that other people have done to you. Now, I just got to say this. One of the things that I do personally is, I'm trying to think of how I can say this on FluffTube. So when you make somebody mad, they can put an etheric knife into your energy field. I can see those. And that's part of spells. Most of these people don't even know they're doing it. I have that one story about the lady with the pie servers in her back, and I asked her if I could take them out, and I asked her about the story, and it turns out she had ticked off this old lady at work who baked pies. So she didn't stab this woman with knives or swords or daggers. She stabbed her with pie servers and spatulas because that's her thing. So a lot of times when we're mad at somebody, when somebody's done us wrong, we can unintentionally hurt them by sending things to them. And it's not always in the back. Sometimes it's in the front or in the leg or, on the top of the head, whatever. So that might be one of the things that you work on, because we had healing in stack number 1. Stack number 2 is clearing out all that stuff so that we can be healed. So just think about that. Talk to the dragons, call in the fire dragons, burn off all the stuff around me that is not for my highest and greatest good. Talk to the water dragons, flow that water through and take away everything that is not for my highest and greatest good. Or if you're working with the water dragons, do it in the shower or the bath. It works really well because then the water goes down the drain. Air dragons, blow all that stuff away that is not for my highest and greatest good. Earth dragons, bury all my stuff in the earth that I don't need, that's not for my highest and greatest good. Okay? Spirit dragons, take it away into the ether. Talk to Merlin, talk to the dragons. Remove all those cobwebs, okay? You will receive clarity and you'll be able to think more clearly and maybe from your heart. That is stack number 2. So now we're clearing the energy from stack number 2. Now, what's really interesting is I can't see in the camera, so I'm literally talking to a black screen because the sun's shining this way. But I wanted to show you this. This is one of my creations. This is sitting here, and in stack number 1, I was talking about how 3 is a magical number. It's very sacred. This is my Trinity right here, and so this is what's sitting here bringing us energy, besides the birds and nature. I just wanted to make sure that you knew there were crystals around, plus, the ones I'm wearing. All right, your third card is going to be from the Lightworker Oracle deck. So let's see what the Lightworker Oracle wants to bring us. Okay, spring is officially here. Motorcycles are going by. It just makes my heart happy. Of course, I sold mine last fall. Oh, I guess that's the one. Not this one. This one. So this is card number 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. Again, divisible by 3. Super magical, powerful. Nikola Tesla said, 369, if you only knew the power of 369. Sorry, sometimes, I finish the sentence in my head. So this is a very powerful card, and when you see it, you'll see why. It says Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ. This is that Christ energy, and we've got the sun right there, looking just like this. So, interesting. Cosmic Christ. Sun, S-U-N, Sun, S-O-N. Card number 27. You are elevating your vibration towards the frequency of limitless supply and unconditional love. Spiritually, you are reaching for a high level of attainment. Past pain and self-defeating behaviors shall no longer have a place in your heart. Our hearts can contain one of two things. It can either contain fear or it contain love. We get to choose every single day what our heart's going to contain. I choose love. Why would I want fear in my heart? know, right? The dog across the street and Althea back there, they are in agreement. They say choose love. And now there's another dog. Interestingly, there's 3 dogs barking. I was just talking about the power of 3 in stack number 1 and 2. Now we got 3 dogs. You gotta go with this stuff. I call it an affirmation. If that neighbor lets their dog out, it's gonna ruin it, because then that would be 4. Christ consciousness is an expression of divine love that comes straight from the universal heart. It triggers a transmutation, an evolution so absolute that we are irrevocably changed. We increasingly become an embodied expression of pure divine will and an unwavering expression of divine love for all those who are in need. Divine love. Divine love. It's from out there. This is your spirit guides who live in the light, who love you, who guide you, guard you, protect you. This is your spirit animal guides, your ancestors, angels and archangels who live in the light, ascended masters like Yeshua and Mother Mary and Saint Germain and all the rest. They have this divine love. When we leave this 3rd dimensional reality and we go to wherever we go, we get to live in that divine love. And I'm getting goosebumps while I'm talking. They're just like everywhere. My kids are in the light, and they periodically show me this divine love. And it is like nothing in this reality. There is literally nothing that can compare to it. Not even dark organic chocolate. Just saying. Not even bacon. This divine love, it's like your whole being becomes it. Like you become this sponge and you just absorb all this divine love, even for a split second. If you go into the light, this is what you're going to experience if your heart is open. And this is where we're meant to be. We come here to this 3rd dimensional reality to experience things like sadness and grief and growth. Growth is huge. This is where we grow. And then we can take these experiences out there when we go. It's like we're down here on some research mission. And we need to look at all these experiences like they are something magical. We were talking about magic in stack number 2. They are magical. All these experiences, me just sitting here out on the sidewalk is magical. I mean, think about this. One person driving by sees the crazy lady sitting out on the sidewalk talking to a camera and smiling, and it might trigger something in them like, oh yeah, I need to go do such and so, and if she's doing it, I can do it. I love being the village crazy lady. Because you know what? A lot of rules don't apply to me. I can kind of get away with as much as I want. And I'm not talking about breaking laws. But I can do those crazy things. And other people go, huh, look at what she's doing. I'd like to do that. Just saying. The process of receiving this Christ consciousness can take a whole lifetime to complete. And there's no way to learn it from online sources. There's no way to read books and have this Christ consciousness. This is all about us meditating, making connections with those higher dimensional beings. So many times people want me to teach them how to do this. You know how I learn how to do this? I sit and meditate, and I talk to my guides, and I talk to the beings that I want information from. And I might get it right away, and I might get it 2 years later when they know I'm ready for it. Because a lot of times we ask for something, but we're not really ready for it. I go back to that one story where we were doing ghost hunting. don't like that term. We were doing a paranormal investigation, and we're sitting in the dark, and we're going around the table saying, you know, hey, if you're here and you want to touch me, that's cool, you know. And this, in this dark, this woman screams. And we turn the lights on. We're like, are you okay? Are you okay? She goes, yeah, something touched me. You asked for it. So if you ask for something, you better be ready, because the universe will give it to you. This doesn't mean, oh man, I better, you know, have it all my ducks in a row. No, it just means you have to get in receive mode. And if something happens, you have to go, I'm okay with that. But if you ask for something, do not be surprised if the universe brings it to you. So, getting back to this, meditating, talking to whoever resonates with you. If Odin resonates with you, then meditate with Odin. If Jesus, Yeshua resonate with you, meditate with him. If dogs resonate with you, meditate with dogs. Meditate with nature. If you want to be in contact with Mama Earth, Gaia, go sit outside in nature and meditate with her. Send her love. I send love down to the core of the earth all the time. And I talk to her. And then you get to experience wonderful things like, I've pet a bee. There were bumblebees in my trees a couple years ago, and I asked if I could pet one. And I got to pet a bumblebee or hold a dragonfly. All you have to do is ask. This also talks about being tested. So when you ask for this information, a lot of times you get it in the form of a test. Because we're leveling up, and we don't just go from here to here, we step up. Okay? We do this and we pass this test, and then we do this and we pass this test, and we do this and we pass this test. And we have to do these things with no expectation. Okay? No expectation. It doesn't matter what the end goal is. It's about getting there. It's about the journey there. So for me, when I go do a healing on the land, or I release souls into the ether, I'm not doing it with an expectation that I'll be rewarded. I'm doing it because it's the right thing to do. And then later, the universe might go, okay, you did a good job. Here, we're going to give you this. And a lot of times it's an experience or meeting a person. And that's really cool, but don't go into it with an expectation, because that's ego. Ego always wants something. Ego wants a transaction. Relationships are not transactional. Experiences are not transactional. Okay? Transactions are if you're buying sage from somebody and you give them money. Okay, that's a transaction. But all these experiences are not transactional. And if you expect something out of your part of the experience, you're not doing it for the right reason, and you will be disappointed, because the universe is going to go, no, that's not why you're here. So keep that in mind. So I'm just going to recap. Stack 1 from Beyond Lemuria was card number 30, Healing. Stack number 2 from the Dragon Wisdom is Merlin. And stack number 3 from the Lightworker Oracle is Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ. So that's our reading for today. I'm going to take all 3 of those. I claim them. And we're going to close out with the Golden Singing Bell. I love you guys. You're the reason I do what I do. And I send you blessings of love, light, peace, joy, happiness, success, divine health, and all good things, because I know you're worthy, and I know you deserve all good things. So have a beautiful, amazing, magnificent, blessed day, my beautiful soul family. Mwah. Namaste.